So the oil price went down, in fact it went below zero, and now you're wondering what this means to you and how this will impact Tesla and other EVs. Will you be filling your gas tank for almost $0? Well, first we need to take a look at why the oil price went down below zero. These are oil future contracts that went negative, and to be more specific, the contracts that went negative in value were contracts for oil to be delivered in May, so next month. This is because the demand for oil has been going down during this pandemic, and because there is less demand, the price of oil started to slowly come down. This was first seen as a significant drop in gas prices. Now, when the demand continued to stay low, companies who store oil started to run into a situation where they have nowhere to store it anymore. So at this point, there are buyers who are already sitting on so much oil that they just simply can't receive it anymore. You have to remember that the oil is a toxic chemical and there are costs involved in storing it. So an average Joe can't just go and get barrels of oil for free and expect to store them until the prices start going back up again and then sell them for a profit. If only it was that simple, right? So you have these contracts and your buyer can't receive the oil, then you're basically gonna have to look for the highest bidder to sell the contracts to. But if nobody's buying at this time, then you're just gonna have to pay someone to take it off your hands. And that's exactly what's happening right now. And that's why the price went below zero. And remember, we're talking about contracts for oil that was supposed to be delivered in May. So this is just for that time frame. So even though oil is below zero, this does not mean gas prices will drop to zero as well, although I wish it did. Depending on what part of the world you're from, gasoline gets heavily taxed at a fixed rate. So you will still end up paying when filling up your gas tank, but you will see more dollars in your pocket after each refill. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I an expert in stocks, so you should not take this information as 100% accurate and make financial decisions on it. But this is what I know and have learned so far, and that's all there's to it in a nutshell. Now, what does this mean for Tesla and EVs? Well, in the short term, nothing. This will not impact Tesla or EV sales in any way, but we all know oil is the #1 enemy to electric cars, and lower gas prices over long term may give people less incentive to switch from an internal combustion engine vehicle to an electric vehicle. This is because of the difference in the cost of ownership between the two is less significant than it was before. Electric vehicles are known to have a much lower cost of ownership than internal combustion engine vehicles. I'm just going to refer to them as ICE vehicles from now on, it's just easier. But because now the gas prices are so low, the cost of ownership of an ICE vehicle has come down quite a bit. But the price of oil and gas isn't be all end all when it comes to determining the cost of ownership. There are maintenance and insurance costs that add up to it. The maintenance cost for a Tesla, for instance, is far less than for an ICE vehicle. There are no oil changes, and with that, no need for a new oil filter either. No timing belt, no exhaust system, no spark plugs, no fuel injectors, or even transmission fluid. You're just buying new windshield wipers every now and then, and a new set of tires. And then maybe once in a blue moon, you change the brake pads as well. And not to mention the convenience of less downtime due to less recommended maintenance schedules. Another great thing about EVs is that you can charge your car at home and start your day with a full battery every day, which you can't do with an ICE vehicle. You can save up to $300 a year just on maintenance alone. Now, I know that's not a lot, but just wait, there's more. Add in the savings from not having to use fuel and you're looking at around $3,500 per year. And these are the numbers when we're comparing Tesla to a $30,000 everyday car such as the Toyota Camry or Honda Civic. The savings can be much higher depending on which vehicle you're comparing it to, since some ICE vehicles have a higher maintenance cost than others. And since we're looking at things long term, Tesla will have its own insurance, which will bring down the cost of ownership even further. And because the pandemic is causing people to stay home, businesses are being forced to shut down, and this is leading to lower demand for electricity. which has already led to reduced electricity costs of up to 10%, but this varies from region to region. So in the end, EVs still remain cheaper to own and operate, even though the difference is less significant right now. But is that the only reason why people buy EVs? Well, no, it isn't. When it comes to Tesla, there's a lot more to it than just simply lower cost of ownership. Tesla has built very compelling products, possibly the best vehicles out there by a country mile. Model 3, for instance, is a very appealing vehicle at its price range for many reasons. The Model 3 has far better acceleration speed than any other ICE vehicle in the same price range. The over-the-air updates that continue to improve the vehicle over time have not been matched by any other automaker out there yet. A very advanced autopilot that keeps getting better and better over time, and with full self-driving on the horizon, Tesla will soon be unreachable if it isn't already. And then there is that giant display in the middle of the console that gives you access to all the car's features and information, and much more. All this turns people more toward Tesla. And if you're a techie like me, who loves technology and gadgets, you know what I mean. Now, I don't own an EV myself yet, so I can't tell you from my own personal experience, but one day when I do own a Tesla, I'll definitely be sharing my own experiences here. Overall, Tesla makes great products that people want to buy, and as long as it stays this way, people will continue to buy Teslas regardless of what challenges may come our way. In the next video, we will look at what Tesla Autopilot sees when navigating on autopilot and go more in depth on how the autopilot works. And if you didn't know already, I release new videos every Thursday and Sunday, and occasionally you may see an additional video during the week. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay notified. And if you think I missed something, let me know in a comment below. And as always, keep charging ahead, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and take care.